The year's 2020, I was just diagnosed with OCD and I was never depressed more than that time. I also really wanted to start a business. I had these aspirations, but I was so occupied in my mind that that is all I was able to focus on. I literally would have intrusive thoughts every 5 minutes. 2 years later, I have started a business. I have a YouTube channel. I'm in shape and I'm in a really healthy relationship. And that's not to brag, but I do want to talk about how coding led me to this point. And I hope this brings value to anyone that is perhaps in that state of depression or OCD or any type of mental illness in that matter, because it is possible to get out of that state. And in this video, I'll talk about how that helped me and how that may help you as well. So let's go back to 2020. At that time, I kept telling myself that I was too dumb, I was too mentally ill, and that my thoughts and my depression would get the best of me in any scenario. Nonetheless, I still really wanted to program. Even with that depression, I still really wanted to learn code. So I took it upon myself at the time. I still don't know how, but I just told myself, okay, I'll just start programming a little bit. I sucked at it at first. It wasn't anything like, wow, it was awful code. But day by day, I started to get better. I started to be able to do things, create stuff. I was getting really proud of myself. And though I quit multiple times, 3 to be exact, I eventually got to the point where I was good at coding. But what was impressive was not the fact that I was able to code. It was the fact that I noticed that my anxiety levels and depression levels 10 times less than they were before. I mean, I'm telling you, I was thinking of things and worrying about things every 5 minutes. But now I was in a position where I wasn't having these intrusive thoughts, nor was I having depressive episodes. And today I realized that I got out of that rut of mental illness simply because I had something bigger to work on. I focused on something of value and focused on building something rather than worrying about the current state. Anxiety disorder is a selfish type of disorder. I was there. I still have these thoughts, but in its purity, it is selfish. You're worrying about yourself. You're thinking about yourself. What's going to happen to you? You're worried that something may happen on this day to you. Now, this may apply to other people, but you're still worried about how that may affect you and how it may hurt your feelings. And I cannot express how helpful it is to have something bigger than you, like starting a business, like learning a new skill, to focus on so you can forget about yourself for a bit. And what you realize is that, oh, I'm not the center of the world. And honestly, some people need to hear that. I needed to hear that a couple of years ago. So yeah, once I started focusing on this projects, on this skill, the thoughts that were allocated towards anxiety and towards the worry were now allocated to something of value, towards something of actual helpfulness. And eventually, the worry started to reduce because I stopped watering the worry and the anxiety plant and started watering the coding and skill acquisition plant. And just the key thing to keep in mind is to set goals, have something to work towards that is motivating and that brings inspiration to you. Because I get in those dark times, it is so dull and so hard to do stuff. But when you have the motivation to work on something and you stop focusing on yourself, your mental problems will be significantly reduced and you're also building something of value. My life has gotten so much better. My life is at least at par with a normal person with a little bit of issues here and there. Again, this is what has helped me. This may not help you, but I'm just giving you the things that have worked for me over the years. And I hope I brought value to you, because I damn wish I had this when I was younger.